I'm Charlotte Fox. I'm the director of the Quinta Museum, and we're here today talking with one of the artists who is part of our Uncertain Times exhibit. This is Doug Brown. He's a Palm Springs artist who paints contemporary abstracts and abstract landscapes inspired by memories and local places. Doug, welcome. We're so glad you're here to talk to us today.
Hi, Charlotte. Thanks for having me. It's really an honor to be part of the show.
Wonderful. We're so glad to have you. We wanted to ask you, first of all, one of the main themes of the show has been that it's been such a time with pandemic and protest, a time to self-reflect and to think of things in a new way. So what's something that you've realized?
Great question. Something I realized, I think I'll start by saying how grateful I am and realized what a position of privilege I am in, that the pandemic, the business closures, and the restrictions have not financially impacted our household. So I'm really grateful for that and grateful for our health. And so every day I'm reminded of that. And also in terms of art and art representation, I'm really seeing the shift in how art is represented in the world. It's shifting online, like we're doing right now. And I think that will never change. There'll always be the galleries and the museum experience face to face, but I think it's really opening up people's eyes to what's out there, what's available.
Wonderful. It's interesting how much more accessible things are becoming now that things are online. So I guess that could be a silver lining. Well, tell us about your piece. It's really wonderful.
This is the subject is a loading dock of a grocery store near my house. And this is based on a photograph taken in April of this year. This is right after the shelter in place started, and people were lined up to get in the store and panic buying groceries inside. And I was in the back and I just noticed how empty it was. And I'm interested in landscapes and painting, and especially atypical landscapes, not the typical beautiful mountain or beach or something like that. This one is where development meets the natural hillside. And I think landscape paintings generally have a sense of inherent loneliness to them when there isn't a human figure in it. And I think, and the way this is constructed puts the viewer in the space. So there's sort of a loneliness to this really graphic image of a loading dock, if a viewer sees that or not. But for me, it was interesting that there was this quiet thing going on behind the chaos of what was going on inside the store. And my goal was to distill an image of a landscape to a very simple graphic form that engaged the viewer into the space.
Well, let me ask you another question about this very different time to be a creative person. How has quarantine and pandemic affected your creativity?
Oh, wow. It's really been, I mean, that's one of the, if there is a blessing for, something good coming out of this is really my creativity has really blossomed. Over the past 6 months, I've painted more than I have my entire life. I'm not a professional artist. Didn't do this every day, but it's really given me the time to create a creative space where I can paint whenever I want, and allowed me time to focus. And that focus takes me away from what's going on in the outside with the chaos of the pandemic and the election year and crazy heat down here. It's a little escape valve for me. And I think it's really vital to my creativity that I have this time and space to concentrate. And I think that when I'm painting, time flies, and the last 6 months have really flown by. And I find a lot of comfort in that the time is flying.
Wonderful. And I'm glad to hear that. I know for many creatives, some of them have said, yes, it gives me that time to focus on my art. And others have said, oh, I have sort of a mental block with everything that's going on. So it affects everyone differently. And hopefully when we can see art and discuss art in this very accessible way, that can be inspiring for creatives and non-creatives alike. So thank you so much, Doug, for talking with us today. And we enjoy your piece, and we hope everyone enjoys it on our online exhibit, Uncertain Times. Thank you.
Thank you so much.